This is Honest Eve, and today I want to talk about something many wives don't notice until it's almost too late. The moment a good husband secretly stops caring about his marriage. Not loudly, not dramatically. He still goes to work, still pays bills, still shows up for the kids, still sleeps in the same house. From the outside, he looks present, but inside, something has quietly shut down. And the most painful part is that many good husbands don't even tell you when it happens. They don't announce it. They don't slam doors. They don't always leave. They simply stop fighting for something they no longer believe can be fixed. If you're a man listening to this, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're a woman thinking, my husband feels distant lately, you need to hear this carefully. Men rarely stop caring overnight. They stop caring after years of feeling unheard, unwanted, disrespected, or emotionally exhausted. This video is about how that happens. Most good husbands do not enter marriage emotionally checked out. They start hopeful. He marries you believing we're building something together. He imagines laughter in the kitchen, a peaceful home, a wife who feels like his safe place after hard days. He doesn't expect perfection, but he does expect partnership. He expects respect, affection, appreciation, peace, and the feeling that the woman beside him is actually on his side. In the beginning, he tries hard. He plans dates. He checks in emotionally. He explains himself during arguments. He works longer hours to build stability. A good husband doesn't usually start by withdrawing. He starts by trying. That's what makes this so painful. Because when a good man finally stops caring, it usually means he cared for a very long time before something inside him gave out. One of the first things that slowly kills a husband's emotional investment is feeling like his effort no longer matters. At first, he's happy to carry weight. He works, fixes things, shows up for family events, helps with bills, chores, kids. Not because someone forced him, because he loves his family. But over time, many husbands notice a pattern. His sacrifices become expected instead of appreciated. When he does 10 things right, nobody notices. When he forgets one thing, suddenly that's the focus. He hears, you should have done more. That's just your responsibility. You never help enough. And eventually, a thought starts growing in the back of his mind. Nothing I do changes how she sees me. That thought is dangerous. Because once effort stops feeling meaningful, motivation slowly dies with it. He still performs the duties, but emotionally, he starts disconnecting from the reason he once did them with love a long time ago. A lot of wives think men stop caring because they're selfish or emotionally immature. But many men stop caring because they feel emotionally attacked almost every day. Not always through screaming, sometimes through constant small criticism. The eye roll when he speaks, the sarcastic comment in front of friends, the "why would you do it like that?" tone. At first, he pushes back. Then he explains himself. Then he tries harder. But if every conversation still leaves him feeling stupid, wrong, or unwanted, eventually he stops emotionally participating. Not because he's evil, because he's exhausted. Most men can survive hard work. What slowly destroys them is feeling like the person they love most sees them primarily as a disappointment. And over time, criticism changes the emotional atmosphere of the marriage. Home no longer feels like a place to relax. It feels like a place where he is constantly being evaluated. That's when emotional withdrawal begins. This is the point most women completely misunderstand. A husband doesn't usually stop caring because he suddenly hates his wife. He stops caring because peace becomes more valuable than connection. At first, he wants to solve problems. He wants to talk, fix things, understand each other. But if every serious conversation turns into emotional explosions, long arguments, tears, blame, old issues getting dragged back up, then eventually he learns something. Opening up only creates more stress, so he adapts. He talks less, shares less, feels less. Not because he's emotionally dead, because silence feels safer than conflict. And here's the tragedy. Many wives interpret this withdrawal as proof he doesn't care. But often, it's exactly the opposite. He cared deeply for a very long time. He just got tired of bleeding every time he tried to connect. Another reason good husbands secretly stop caring is prolonged rejection, especially physical and emotional rejection. When intimacy disappears, many men don't just feel sexually frustrated, they feel unwanted as human beings. Every rejected kiss, every not tonight, every stiff body in bed starts sending a message. You are not desired here. Men rarely talk openly about how deeply that affects them. But over time, it changes. Their confidence, their patience, their emotional openness, even their identity. A husband who once felt masculine, desired, and emotionally alive can slowly begin to feel like a paycheck, a handyman, a co-parent, a roommate. Nothing more. And once a man starts feeling unwanted inside his own marriage, something dangerous happens. He stops reaching. Not because he no longer needs love, because he no longer believes it's safe to ask for it. Most wives expect emotional disconnection to look dramatic, but usually it looks quiet. He stops arguing, stops bringing up problems, stops planning dates, stops trying to impress her. From the outside, it can even look peaceful. But inside, he has emotionally stepped away from the marriage. This is the stage where many husbands say things like, "I'm just tired. It's whatever. Do what you want." He's not fighting because he doesn't think fighting will change anything anymore. And once a good husband reaches that point, it's incredibly difficult to bring him back emotionally. Because now he's no longer trying to build a relationship. He's trying to survive inside one. A lot of women panic only after this stage. That's when they suddenly say, "Why are you so distant? You used to care more. You don't even try anymore." What they often don't realize is the emotional exit started years earlier. If you're a man listening to this and quietly thinking, "That's exactly what happened to me," hear this clearly. You are not weak for feeling emotionally exhausted. A human being can only carry rejection, criticism, emotional chaos, and loneliness for so long before something inside shuts down. That doesn't mean every choice you make is automatically right, but it does mean your pain is real. You are allowed to admit that constantly feeling unwanted changes you. And if you're a woman hearing this, understand something important. Most good husbands do not want to stop caring. They don't dream about becoming emotionally distant. They slowly become that way after years of feeling like the relationship drains more from them than it gives back. If you still have a husband who tries, who talks, who reaches for you emotionally, do not take that lightly. Because once a good man secretly stops caring, he often keeps functioning physically long after he has emotionally left the marriage. And by the time many wives realize it, they are no longer trying to save a relationship. They are trying to revive a husband who emotionally disappeared years earlier. This is Honest Eve. Men, if this video described your experience, say "that's me" in the comments. Women, if this made you uncomfortable, don't instantly defend yourself. Sit with it first. And if you want more conversations about what really happens inside modern relationships, subscribe and stay. I'll be back with more of what everyone feels, but almost no one is willing to say out loud.